Hi guys, I'm Jay. Welcome to these vlogs. I don't particularly know what shape or form exactly these vlogs will take just yet, but what I think I will do is film a snippet of my day each day, and then on the weekend I will upload that week's vlog, and that will allow you guys to do literally what the name of this page is, journey with me, Jay, through life and what it throws at us. And I think I've been wanting to do this for a while, but one of the big things that's been stopping me is the thoughts like, what will others think? You know, that'll be boring, no one will watch that. And so I sort of shelve things and don't do anything because I'm worried about what others think. And credit where credit is due, Casey Neistat was one of the people who I watch and listen to, and he helped me realize that you only grow and get better and develop by doing things regularly and not necessarily worrying about what others think or that kind of thing. So credit to you, Casey. What I could only come up with really is that I love videoing and photography, and to me that's fun. And so in order to hone those skills and get better and grow and develop, I'd love to do that regularly. And so I've put aside the thoughts about what people might think or worried about, you know, how it'll come across. But if you want to join this journey, you're more than welcome to. I'm sure you'll get to know me really well as we journey together over time. And one of the quotes that I found as I was sort of thinking about doing these videos is from Muhammad Ali, who is probably one of the greatest boxers ever in the world, if not the greatest. And the quote that I came across was from him, and it said, "I am the greatest." I've got it on a bit of paper here because it's quite long and it's worth sharing all of it. So he said, "I am the greatest, but I said that even before I knew I was. I figured that if I said it enough, I would convince the world that I really was the greatest. Champions aren't made in gyms. They're made from something that they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision. They have to have the skill and the will, but the will must be stronger than the skill. It's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief, and once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen." Muhammad Ali. So I guess just in saying that, all I'm saying is that I feel like Muhammad was onto something in terms of his inner conversation, his self-talk, his backing of himself even before others did, and for me that's an area where I probably need to grow and develop, like a lot of us. I need to sort of make myself talk more positive and back myself, and so I'm going to step out and keep doing this and just really have fun and see what happens, and go from there, and hopefully grow and develop skills, and you guys enjoy joining the journey as we make it. So that's just a quick introduction of what these are for, why I'm doing them, and I'd love to have you along for the ride if you want to be. We'll keep in touch, and just before I go, I'm going to quickly show you. You might notice these green trees behind me. Awesome. This is one of my favourite places in my hometown, so I'll show you quickly. Come with me to this waterfall that you can hear in the background. Guys, how cool is this waterfall? Pretty amazing, eh? Hey guys, Jay here, welcome to Tuesday. Great to have you with us for another day. Today I'm taking you on a little bit of an adventure with me, essentially to shoot a time lapse. You will have noticed the time lapses in the intro and the transitions between the days, so if you love those and those are your favourite bits, watch those, because they're probably my favourite bits too. But today what I'm doing is a friend of mine who owns a business in town has kindly let me use their business for a unique vantage point over the main street of town, and it'll make an awesome time lapse, so I want to bring you along and show you that, and hopefully you'll love it, because I'm going to really love it. But first, can I show you my hat? Bam, love it. I don't know why I wear it, I just like it, so got to turn it backwards because then the light's on my face. So yeah, I'm going on this time-lapse mission to climb stuff and get up high and get this cool shot that I've been wanting to get, and I'm bringing you along, so come along and we'll see what we can find out. This is the window I'm going out. Awesome. I'll check back with you when I am on the roof itself. Alright guys, I made it in one piece. Look at that view. How do I get that view there? Look at it. Down the street. I'm about to set up for the time lapse, so I'll just give you a quick idea of where I'm at, because it's pretty awesome up here, and then we'll get into it and start shooting. Okay guys, so literally what we've done now is just turned around 360 degrees and you can see that building off behind me to my left, your right if you're watching this video, and we're just going to switch around and see what it looks like the other way. Alright guys, that'll about do it for our time-lapse mission this afternoon. Thanks for joining me. Hope you like the footage. Wow, look at that. You can still see some cool stuff going on in the main street behind me in the frame there. Just wanted to reiterate quickly before I go that this time-lapse from this roof was actually done with the permission of the business owner whose roof this is. So I did get the permission first, and I do know I'm here, so I didn't just jump up onto some random business owner's roof who didn't know I was here and start filming. I got the permission first, because you can only really get this viewpoint from this roof, so they knew I was here. Thanks very much to them, shout out for letting me get these cool angles, unique angles, and we will see you again soon. Bye guys. Hey guys, Jay here, in the car again. Don't worry, I'm parked up, I'm not driving. But I just thought, as we get into Wednesday, wow, day 3 already, I thought I would just discuss something really quickly. And it's not something that I'll dwell on, or make a big deal of, or perhaps even talk about often, unless you want me to. But you will probably notice, or you will definitely notice, due to the fact that I'll be filming quite a lot, that I walk with a limp. You'll notice that when I'm on camera, and I thought, in the interests of, I guess, predicating these vlogs or these little video diaries on honesty and being open with you guys, I'll just tell you why. And essentially the story is that I was born 6 weeks early, and 4 days after I was born there were complications which basically gave rise to me having mild cerebral palsy, which is tightness of muscles and that kind of thing, and that's why I limp. And I guess it doesn't define me, but it does, in a way, if you get what I mean by that, in that the experiences that you have in life are catalysts for you growing or developing as a person in a certain way. And essentially, I thought I'd tell you a little bit of a story which has been a challenge for me, or challenged me since it happened, to be more open and be more honest, and perhaps even it's been the catalyst for this page. The aim of these discussions and these vlogs even is just to perhaps talk to you on the level, and if any part of my journey encourages you or helps you in yours, that's all I'm doing it for, because I enjoy it. You know, and I guess we weren't made to do life alone, and, you know, people were made to be a team, and we're social beings, and I think it's cool, you know, when parts of what we've experienced or parts of what life throws at us can help others if we're open enough and honest about it. And I guess a little story for me, the story that is the catalyst, is that I work in a job which is retail focused, and in the past when I've been asked the question about why I limp, I've sort of made jokes about it and sort of, I guess, deflected it that way. I guess in life that's been my coping mechanism in a way. If I have had a hard question that I don't really want to answer or I don't know how to, I guess I've made a joke to kind of deflect it, and we all do that, I guess. I mean, that's been the way I've dealt with it. And on this day, this lady came into my workplace, and she was looking at buying things, and I was walking around helping her get stuff, and one of her little daughters that she had with her, 3 little girls she brought with her, said to me, "Why do you walk funny?" And I had a split-second decision to make then, and I could go one way, which was to do something I'd already done and tell a funny story to deflect that situation, you know. And I I once told a group of people, it's not easy to admit, but I once told a group of people that the reason I limped was because I was attacked by a shark while surfing in Brisbane, essentially. I don't surf, and I was not attacked by a shark, and that was just my weird sense of humour, and it was what I thought of just blurting out to deflect the situation, and they didn't know it was a joke. But anyway, that aside, I had a decision in that moment in the shop to either make a joke and blow it off like that, or basically be honest. And I decided in that moment just to be honest with the little girl who asked that. And I looked at her and I said, I limped because I was born early. And it may not seem like much to say that and to be honest, but I guess why it sort of hits me every time that question is asked is because that's probably a question I'm going to have to answer for the rest of my life. And I know there was no malice or no ill intent intended when that question was asked, and I don't really dwell on the fact that I walk differently, and so I thought, wow, you know, I do. And it really impacted me that, you know, being honest was the best way to go. And the kids, once I said that, you know, it was because I was born early, they were sort of appeased by that answer. And when the mother later came up to the counter while the girls were looking at toys or whatever they wanted to buy, the mum looked at me as she was buying things and said, you know, thank you for being honest. These 3 girls, pointing to her daughters, are triplets, and they were born early. And her and I basically then started having this conversation about some of her experiences and mine, and because I chose to be honest, I felt like it was really, really awesome. We had this common ground of talking about, you know, what it means for a child who's born early and that kind of thing, and it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't chose to be honest in that moment. And I guess the long and short of what I'm saying is, if you have an opportunity or somebody asks you about what you've gone through or your journey or whatever, and you feel that it's right, you know, you don't have to pretend or anything. If you're honest, it can really impact people, and she left encouraged, and I was really encouraged. And essentially, yeah, if you feel like you can help someone or encourage them through what you've been through and you feel you want to, I'd really encourage you to do it, because it can be something that really sparks something in someone. And, you know, I share that story not to embarrass that lady. I mean, she probably won't ever see this or know who she is, but yeah, that conversation really impacted me. And again, as I said, it probably gave rise to what I hope will start happening with this page, in that as we have this discussion, as I'm open with you guys and we talk about things, if part of my journey or part of what I've been through or part of what life throws at me encourages you guys, and you think, yeah, that's really helpful, that's what this is all about, you know. As I said, humans weren't made to be isolated creatures, and you know, journeying together is awesome. So, yeah, the limp is not something that I will focus on a lot, because as I see it, the glass is always half full. That's my mentality, and could have been a lot worse. I was given a prognosis, or my parents were given a prognosis, that I could have been in a wheelchair by the time I was 12, and I'm not, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And I guess what we have in life, or, you know, how we see life, is evidenced in, obviously, the way we decide to react to things that happen to us. And as I said, the way I see it, I'm very lucky to have what I have. It could have been worse. And I heard a little story, which I'll just end with quickly to hopefully encourage you guys. And it basically is a little proverb which says, or a little story which says, 2 men looked through prison bars. One saw mud, the other saw stars. And that's my challenge. What are we looking at? What are we focusing on in life? Are we looking at the things that aren't going well, or looking at the things we don't have, and sort of getting down about it, or are we choosing to focus on what we have and what's possible? And for me, it is always a challenge to look at the things that we have, to be positive with it, but the older I get, the more I'm trying to do that. And I'll just encourage you to be grateful for what you have in life. Nothing was promised, I'm realising that, so anything we have is a blessing, and that's me. I just thought, in the interest of being honest, that's why you see me walking like I walk. We'll move on from here and we'll have some fun. But, yeah, if you ever have an opportunity to be help to someone, I encourage you to help them. Or just encourage them to be who they are, because your story, your experiences, your journey matters. You're here for a reason, and if it helps others, that's so cool. So that's where it's at. That's why it is what it is, and that's why I walk with a limp. Although I must admit, the shark story I told was pretty funny at the time I told it. So to anyone who heard that shark story, ask me the question again, and I'll be honest. Oh well, moving on.
A 20 pack of chicken nuggets is $14.30, so I'm going to need 5 of those.
Just going to pause the vlog here for 1 second. The person doing those sums is Ben, and he's trying to work out how much money the chicken nuggets that we require to do the chicken nugget challenge will cost us. This is also Ben, and by way of introduction for you, Ben has been my best friend for as long as I can remember. We've travelled internationally together. In fact, here we are in Mozambique, when we spent a month in an orphanage there in 2007. And it was also during that time that Ben and I had basically what was collectively our best ever hair day, as this photo here clearly demonstrates. We've also travelled in New Zealand and had fun on road trips here. This photo is from when we decided on a whim to travel half the North Island up to Whangarei, and then spend about 12 hours there and drive back. And the cool thing about that trip was, as this photo shows, that my brother Sam joined us, so that was awesome. Probably the biggest privilege I've ever had during my friendship with Ben is the opportunity to be his best man at his wedding, and we've also had the opportunity to be part of the wedding party at other people's weddings. Ben and I have also emceed large-scale events together in the past, as this photo shows. And I include this last photo because this is the time that Ben and I and a bunch of our friends went to the snow. It was awesome fun. It was actually the first time I ever tried snowboarding. And by snowboarding, what I mean is I spent the day sliding down the mountain on my back. Yeah. Anyway, there's always next time. Back to the vlog. Hey guys, Jay here, welcome to Friday. We've now officially made it to the end of the first week of these vlogs. Shot, that's pretty cool. Today I'm going to work and I'm bringing you along with me, and just so you know, I work at the best farm shop in all of New Zealand. It's not a biased opinion, that's just the truth. And I'm bringing you along with me. Come along. Alright, so sorry I didn't end up getting to film much in work today, but it went really good, went fast, awesome. It's Friday too, yeah, weekend. Anyway, something really cool did happen, and a workmate of mine gave me something pretty cool. I'll show you. Look at that, what a legendary workmate I have. He grew this tomato plant in his own garden and then gave it to me. So what a cool dude. Well guys, welcome to the end of the first week of these vlogs. Hope you've enjoyed it. Great to have you along with us, and hope you have a good weekend, and we will see you again next week. Bye bye.